Hello, you beautiful people out there. What is going on? This is your friend Barry coming at you fast with another legendary loot guide video. And today we are going to be looking at a legendary pulse rifle known as the Super Pox VLO. I'm assuming the VLO or Roman numerals. I don't really know. Maybe it's just the VLO. The Super Pox, which is, I find it funny now that there's like an Ebola thing going on in the U.S. and whatnot, and goddamn terrorists. But anyway, we're gonna be looking at this legendary pulse rifle now. What is so good about this legendary pulse rifle? Well, I was thinking, I made the Red Death exotic video a couple days ago, and I'm like, what if you don't have, what if you already have an exotic weapon that you would like using rather than that weapon, but you don't have it as a primary? So, like, what if you have the Invective, the exotic shotgun, you want to use that? Or maybe you have the Galahorn, the exotic rocket launcher, maybe you want to use that instead. Nope. And yeah, you can't use an exotic pulse rifle, so you can use this one instead, because this one is pretty good. Now, there's a couple variations to this one. I'll show you. I actually got two of these. I'll show you one variation that I actually got, and then I'll show you this variation, and this is actually the better version, in my opinion. So let's get into it. So you have the three different red dot sights. Overall, this gun is very good with stability, and it actually does a lot of damage for a pulse rifle. It has good impact, so it cuts through shields. And it's basically just the equivalent of the Red Death, but in legendary form, and it just looks a bit different. So you have the Grenadier, kills with this weapon, reduces the cooldown of your grenade. It's pretty self-explanatory, upgrade damage. Extended mag, which is really good, because the magazine is a little bit small on this weapon, so if you have extended mag, that really does help a lot. Lightweight, grants +2 character agility, that's also pretty good. And then you have Snapshot, aiming this weapon is incredibly fast. I don't usually use this one. Now, this is an amazing ability right here. It's called Third Eye. Radar stays active while aiming down this weapon's sights. So you can actually look at your minimap while having the sight aimed down, which could be kind of useful in PvE. It's really useful in PvP. And it's just a really good ability. It's a really good ability overall. So I really like it. And then you have the upgrade damage. And so where can you actually buy this weapon if you want to buy it? You can't get an engram. Well, you can actually talk to the Vanguard Quartermaster, because this is a Vanguard weapon, but they will have a different variation of it. And this is actually the variation that I got from an engram, actually. So you have all the stuff. Then you have glass half full, so the bottom half of each mag causes additional damage. That's pretty good. You have upgrade damage. You have, again, you have extended mag. You have skip rounds, which I don't really use too often. And then you have field scout, which increases maximum ammo capacity. I'm assuming that extended mags give you a larger mag size, but field scout does give you a little bit more of a mag size and overall ammo. And then you have reactive reload. Reloading this weapon after a kill grants a damage bonus for a short time. So it all depends on which version you like more. Maybe you'll like this one more than the other one. This version's kind of like the damaging version. Like, it's going to do a lot of damage. The second half of the magazine does damage. Reloading this weapon does even more damage. You have more, ammo. So overall, it's actually a pretty good pulse rifle. So let's go ahead and get into some gameplay so I could show this thing off for you guys. Okay, guys, so let's do this thingy, because we are going to be great. So I am level 27. These guys are level 24, so there is a marginal difference in level. It only gives a slight damage bonus, so keep that in mind. But overall, this weapon is really good. Just pay attention to the rate of fire and the damage. I'm about to die. Holy crap. Where the hell did that come from? Oh my, mate. This is uncalled for. This is ruining the tempo of the... How the fuck... Bruh. How the fuck are you so close to me? Oh, piece of candy. So, pay attention to the rate of fire and just the way this thing handles mostly, because it does get stronger. You can obviously upgrade the damage, make it stronger. The range on this thing is very nice. It's really easy to control. It doesn't have the fastest fire rate, but it does have a good amount of impact, so for what it's worth, pretty useful. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Somebody knifing me? I could have sworn it. But yeah, it's just a good balanced pulse rifle overall. You can hit your headshots pretty easily with it. It has minimal kick, so just take it with a grain of salt, I guess. not much to say about a pulse rifle, really. Again, so if the ability was active, the third eye ability, notice how there's a radar in the top left corner. If I were to aim down sights, the radar would still be visible. So just if you use your imagination a little bit, and that's just how it would look like, and that's about it. And that's about it. So yeah, let's go ahead and kill these last guys before we wrap up the episode. Just show off the damage a little bit more. Again, it's not the strongest thing in the world, obviously. You know, it's not an exotic or anything, but it's a viable, useful, legendary pulse rifle. So if you like pulse rifles, if you like legendaries, well, here you go. Here's one for you. The Super Pox VLO, think about picking it up or not. If you get extended mag, it'll probably be around 30 bullets. I think it adds 9 extra shots. So 3 more bursts, so 30 bullets, so keep that in mind. But that's about it, guys. So thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you. Have a nice day.